Hey, what's going on, you daydreaming Drifloon? Today we're taking a look at the Kingambit new Pokemon card from the Ascended Heroes set. It's got 170 HP. It is a stage 2, and it's a Supreme Overlord ability. Attacks used by this Pokemon do 30 more damage for each prize card our opponent has taken. So if they draw one prize card, our 180 damage attack does 210 damage. Another prize card, 240. If they've drawn 4 prize cards, we're doing 300 damage, which comes up just short from those big numbers to KO stuff like Dragon Ball and Charizard, but we play the Defiance Band and the Maximum Belt to help out with that. And then if they've drawn 5 prize cards, we're doing 330 damage, which means we're just a Maximum Belt away from doing 380 damage, which can even KO stuff like Mega Venusaur or Mega Dragonite. So we can hit pretty hard in the late game. Now, it does take 2 Metal Energy to attack, so we're backing up our Kingambit with some Metangs. We got a 2-2 Metang in here, and we've got a 4-3-3 Kingambit. We're playing heavily through the evolutions because we do play Genesect in here. My initial build with the deck did not have Genesect in it. It had TM Evo instead, and it did work out pretty well, but I did eventually come around to the point where I was like, we just kind of need to be faster, and that's what the Genesect really allows us to do. More easily able to pull off like turn 2 Candy Kingambit swings, stuff like that. So the Kingambit line, 4-3-3. Another card that I've seen a lot of people mention with this card is the Relicanth, and honestly, I just don't think we have the bench space for it. The Relicanth is kind of cool because as our opponent draws prize cards, Supreme Overlord allows our attacks to do more damage, and we could use something like a push down or a corner. We play the one-up corner Pawniard during opponent's next turn that if any Pokemon can't retreat, or most likely would be the rapid draw from the Bisharp for a single Meta Energy, 50 damage, then you draw 2 cards. But if our opponent's drawn like 4 prize cards, we'd hit for 170 damage with the rapid draw and then also draw 2 cards. But overall, we just so often want to be using double-edged slash, or when we do want to use rapid draw, it's usually in the early game to KO like a Badoo or with Defiance Band. The reason I play Defiance Band over the Brave Bangle is to be able to KO fan Rotoms, actually. I haven't found a great solution to be able to KO a Solrock back. That's what I would love, is to have a way to KO Solrock. And of course, Kingambit plus Relicanth plus Defiance Band would do it, or just if I have a Kingambit out there, hopefully I can just double-edged slash and KO them anyway. So yeah, that's like one of the reasons I play the Defiance Band is to respond to fan Rotoms. Rapid draw, like I said, is good. I don't think it's worth the Relicanth inclusion, though. Only a 2-2 Metang. We basically only need like one of these set up, and as the game progresses, we should be able to get enough energy in play where it makes it impossible for our opponent to like chase our Metang and have it matter. Or even if they do, that means they didn't KO the Kingambit that had the 2 energy on it, so we just have to recover the Metang and then get it back set up, even if we prized a piece of it. And in some games when we don't prize any Beldum or any Metang, or if we only prize a Metang, we can still get down double Beldum and make it easier to chain our Metangs into play. And I do play 3 Super Odds, so recovering them isn't that big of a deal. One Psyduck in here. Up against the Pulp matchups, you usually don't want to put Tatsugiri in play, and instead you'll opt for the Psyduck. Otherwise, you can get board wiped by Dusknoir pretty easily, to be honest. And basically every other matchup where we're not going up against a Dusknoir deck, you do want to get the Tatsugiri involved on the bench, and we have plenty of bench space for it. 1 Metang, 1 Genesect, 3 Kingambit lines, 3 Pawniard that eventually become bigger Pawniards, and then yeah, get a Tatsugiri in there. And then for the supporter lineup, 4 Lilies, 3 Iono. I still play a couple Arvens despite not playing TM Evos. 2 Boss, 2 Countercatcher for the Gus, 1 Turo. This is nice to actually just get Genesect out of play, or our opponent can try and get a little cheeky. Now, Kingambit's attack, double-edged slash, does 50 damage to itself. If we attack 4 times with this, we would KO ourselves, and that's where the Turo comes in. I've mostly had it be a factor for getting Genesect out of play, but I have had a couple times already where it's like my opponent is trying to like let our Kingambit build up a ton of damage and KO itself, or be able to KO with like a really small Pokemon, and we can just do like a Turo reset, and then we don't have to worry about all that. I would even maybe consider going to a second Turo, to be honest. It's been that effective so far. I only play 3 Buddy Poffin in here. Now, we do play a lot of Pokemon Search overall. I realized pretty early on, once I switched over to this build, that Artazon is like really, really impactful as a way to continuously churn out our Pawniards. As our opponent starts to take KOs on your Kingambits, there's a lot of resources going into every single Kingambit. That's why we have to play so much recovery, and it's just nice to have an Artazon in play, ready to turn out another Pawniard, so I don't have to find Super Rod and a Buddy Poffin or a Nest Ball. I just have to find the Super Rod, and the Artazon is already in play, ready to get us the Pawniard. So 3 Artazon, 3 Nest Ball, 3 Buddy Poffin. This has been pretty comfortable. I play 1 Poké Pad, so we don't have to fully rely on Genesect, but usually just like whatever we draw into plus Genesect is pretty reliable, but it's nice to have like a little bit more to work with there. 3 Rare Candy. We don't rely on just manually evolving through the Bisharp, although I would like it if that felt a little bit more comfortable to do, to be honest. That would be really good. That'd make the deck more consistent, I feel like, to just completely ignore Rare Candy and play like a 4-4-4 Kingambit, or maybe like a 4-4-3 and like 4 Super Rod. But I do feel like overall, we sometimes just need to be a little bit more aggressive to respond to the stuff like Fan Rotoms and Soul Rocks. We need to get out of Kingambit a little bit sooner. One Air Balloon for the mobility, for the Tatsugiri mostly. Metang also is a good way to create mobility because it can accelerate extra energy into play besides our attacker. So if our opponent like brings up our Genesect or brings up our Metang, tries to trap it in the active, and we don't have the Air Balloon, or we already put the Air Balloon in play and use it, and we don't have the Turo, we can use Metang's Metal Maker, accelerate energy, and then just hard retreat for the turn instead. And we might have to commit a Super Rod to just recovering just energy at that point, but not a big deal. And then like I mentioned, we got the modifiers here. Defiance Band, once our opponent's drawn 4 prize cards, if it's like a Charizard or a Dragapult, Defiance Band gets the KO. The maximum belt is actually pretty good, though, for turns before that. For up against like a Golden Go, and they've drawn a single prize card and they have a Golden Go in the active, maximum belt will allow us to one-hit KO a Golden Go, or to KO even a Dragapult EX. If they've only drawn 3 prize cards, Double-Edged Slash will be doing 270 damage, plus the maximum belt is that 320 to one-hit KO that. And that's it. That's my current take on the Kingambit. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. You don't have to worry, it didn't. Yeah, don't worry, it did not. Not a lot changed. Oh, wait, do I have drops in the... Oops, that should not be in the YouTube title. There's no drops on YouTube. Only Twitch. Well, if we top deck an energy, I could just play Arven here. Get the whole squad established. Oh, chill with that forest. But if not, Iono's fine as well. So would you give this set a C, or would you not grade, or do you not grade sets? I mean, I don't really grade sets very often. I mean, it'd be like, this is probably like lowest impact set possible. I don't know how many different tiers you'd give sets. But like, if we gave it like 3 tiers of like very impactful, mediocre impact, medium impact to no impact, this would be a no impact set basically. Every set has some impact. I don't think there's ever been like a truly like 0 impact. Like the set comes out and like nothing gets played. Well, there maybe has been. I can't think of a time where that has happened, but it is possible. So this is the lowest. This is the lowest impact, or lowest tier of an impact from a set ever, probably. Nice. That's what we're saying. Ooh, that's so good for us as well. They're just juicing us. They're juicing us, man. Let's get it. Does the Crisis Punch work with King's ability? I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. I'd have to read the attack. Well, I think well, actually, my opponent might not be swinging this turn. We have to be chilling. Reversal in this ever? No. We'd always just play more cards that enable our Metang, or play more Metangs. King says attacks used by this Pokemon and not this Pokemon's attack, so I think so. Oh, but you could, but there'd be no point to, right? If our opponent has 1 prize card left, we're already doing more than Crisis Punch, and Crisis Punch costs more energy. I guess we could hit really hard. There could be like slight value. We could hit really, really hard if we wanted to. You're alive, but I'm just a dead man walking tonight. Drawing 2 cards is cool. Playing for the KO is like a little bit cooler though. I don't think I need the cards. I think the cards would be like unnecessary. I also don't want to evolve this because I want to give them like a really good boss target. Maybe it's not a real thing though. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, let's just do this. This seems fine. Do I push down? No, I don't think I do. I think I just pass. I don't even want to put this in play, really, to be honest, because they have more stadiums than me anyways. Oh, I can TM Evo. I didn't realize I even drew it. Oh. I'm playing my first in-person game tomorrow. Do you have any tips for me? Not really. Just don't overthink it. You're just playing Pokemon. Best of luck with your first in-person games, though, for sure. It definitely is something to get used to, so don't feel, something to get used to. Everyone has to go through it, so don't feel too, I don't know, flustered. Yeah. Just wondering why not have all the active so you can retreat and KO with Kingambit? Oh, it only has 1 retreat cost. I guess I should have, to be honest. I didn't think about that. Well, I whiffed the energy, though, right? After I whiffed the energy off the Metang, I couldn't actually attack. So that I didn't actually realize I could, but that's how I would have sequenced it to see if I could get the knockout, right? Hazel got top 128 at Santiago over the weekend. It was great. Congrats on the finish. Yeah, so I guess that's why. I didn't actually realize I could have done that, but as soon as I whiffed the energy off the Metang, I couldn't get the attack off anyway, so I'm like, whatever. Would an E-search be worth it? I mean, if anything, I'd probably play a Vessel, but I don't think it's worth it, no. I think I'd probably always just play more energy. On a corner Pawniard? Oh, I guess I may as well still play it, right? The corner one? Yeah. I guess I should just play it. Okay. Oh, don't I? Dude, they could, like, bind down my Metang infinitely or something. Okay, so I have to like actually play around like them winning through bind down. That's so obnoxious. That's insanely obnoxious. Maybe I do push down. They can literally like, yeah, they can infinity, but like I don't have that many energy, so they could just like. Yeah. And I'm decking out first. If I wasn't decking out first, I'd be fine. But maybe I shouldn't have played that other... Well, they play like 4 Lilies as well, though, right? So they still out Lily me. They played 0 Lilies. Oh, boy. Hopefully they don't think about it. I don't have to worry about it. Maybe I should have pushed down 1 turn sooner, to be honest. We'll see if they just take the knockout or not. Shoot, I'm gonna be out here beaming. I price 3 energy as well, so that's what makes things most awkward. Is I price so many energy. Bro, you're a rat if you actually do it. You're a massive rat. Think about it. Do you want to be a massive rat? Consider this. Okay. This is still some pretty big rat behavior. Oh my god, do I KO myself? No, no, no. I almost KO myself. Still pretty ratty. Oh, I don't even KO them. Let's pass. No Genesect? Nah, Genesect's pretty mid, I think. Bangle? Oh, shoot, the brave Bangle. Nah, we're chilling. Yeah, I should have gone for the Bangle KO for sure, yeah. It's fine though. We should still be good as far as the prize trade goes. Not a huge deal. It was the bangle angle. Yeah, it was. It was. It was bangle angle. I'm throwing. I should have probably at least checked with Metang as well, right? I just didn't want to like put any energy anywhere in case I went to some back. Then in case I went to back into some kind of bullshit cheese Bulbasaur BS fungus. You wish you could Crisis Punch that Venusaur? Honestly, I guess a little bit, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I play 3 Rare Candies. I would not hate to have the Crisis Punch so I can get through this Venusaur. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, I can KO this with maximum about when they're at 1 price card. I do 380. I think I am gonna go Brave Bangle with the attack on this one though. We'll see. Never lucky, man. Can I catch a KO Teal Mask? No. There's no reason to be that aggressive. I'd rather have my counter catcher for later. The thing to think about in situations like that is if I go counter catcher KO Ogerpon, they're gonna go push Venusaur, punch my active, and then I use counter catcher and got prize cards, but I still need to go through the Venusaur. So I gained nothing from my counter catcher because I can do that later. So I may as well go through the Venusaur first, see how the game progresses from there, and then I still have the resource of my counter catcher to work with. Because it doesn't actually win me the game faster to counter catcher. If I played enough Gust effects, then there would be a consideration to just go like Gust, Gust, Gust. But I probably want to be able to execute that anyways between my opponent's Iono and me just like naturally drawing into that much good stuff is like unlikely. So better just take it slower. Punchy active. We're still winning the prize trade. We're not really like pressed. Have to win faster. Wally incoming. That'd be unfortunate. Are people actually running Wally in this? Well, no, I did run into one the other day that was playing Wally, but like this kind of build, there's no Wally, right? Nah, there could be. It wouldn't be that crazy. Or a Turo or something, right? Who's your favorite boss? The newest boss? Corby? Corbu? Corbo? I don't know how to pronounce it, but this boss. Hornball? Least favorite boss? Whatever your favorite boss is my least favorite boss. Corbo? Carbo? Bro, see? Gordon Ramsay? You're a Game of Thrones guy? Yeah, I enjoy... Well... I am watching the 2 shows, yeah. The 2 current shows. Now there is a consideration to KO this before it heals, but I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna KO this thing and that'll be good enough. Just have Iono there? Yeah, okay. Same. I also just have Iono there. No one's cheating here, I swear. There's a Lillie in the bottom. 3-6. Because Arven's not very good here. 8. 3 Iono, 2 Iono. No, 3 Iono in the top, definitely just like Tatsugiri first, I think. There's one energy on the bottom. Actually, I maybe... I think I'm a... I actually don't know if I'm a Tang or... I kind of want a Metang first because the odds of Metang hitting energy are so high right now to like cycle those out of the deck. Then go Metang and then Tatsu. That's how I'm feeling right now. Okay, now we got that guaranteed. And now it's Metang first. Oh shoot! Oh no, that's fine. It's fine. I thought I messed it up. Now I kind of want the Lillie though, to be honest. Or Arven for Super Rod would still be good as well. Yeah. Maybe like this. 1, 2, 3. I could even do this because I don't have to win that quickly, to be honest. We have like time to win the game. This is my second Super Rod, but I didn't prize a Super Rod. Okay, it probably should be... No, it's probably like that, actually. Yeah. That's probably fine. Even if I did play Fez, I don't actually have I don't actually have a way to find Fez, to be honest. I play no, I guess I'd have to add like Ultra Balls or Nest Balls or something. I wish we had like I wish we had a little bit of a draw engine, I'm not gonna lie. If we have too many Ionos in here, I need some researches actually. I could cut like 1 Iono, 1 Arven for 2 research. This game I did like use a lot of my Lilies early, but honestly, as we're getting down to this end game here, I don't want so many Ionos. All these Ionos are just bad. Top deck Kingambit one time. No, it's probably correct to do this first. I don't want to draw into energy. Ooh! Iono and Poké Pad on the bottom. The Poké Pad's actually super high value. I'm kind of down to just throw this. Maybe not. So I think I shuffle the deck because the Poké Pad is actually a high value card. Oh, I could actually Arven for Poké Pad for Candy on this guy actually instead. I think it's a better play. And Boss is still in the deck. I don't think I put it in play. I actually don't KO this guy right now. I don't have another little guy in the deck, so I actually can't create another Kingambit in this situation. Will there be a Dawn in here? I don't think so, no. Well, they wouldn't be... I don't know. Maybe Dawn... Maybe the Dawn would be okay, to be honest. Yeah, Lily's Sword deck... Maybe a Dawn or two. I could see it. I could see it, actually. You have Super Rod? Yeah, but I don't think I'll ever be able to, like, make a Super Rod work here, to be honest. Second boss? No, I don't want a second boss. Yeah, we could do like 2 Dawn, I guess. Not 2 boss. I say 2 boss, 2 Dawn. Cut a Iono and a Arven for 2 Dawn. We could try that. That could be better than research. That could be better than research. There's more Pokemon search to like chain out the Kingambits. I can get down with that, I think. I'll give you a way to find Fez. I don't think I'm still adding Fez though. I'm not a Fez enjoyer. I wouldn't hate a 3rd Beldum. So that way we can like start to build up the Beldum. So if our Metang gets chased, even if we prize the 2nd Metang, we can like super rod Metang back to the deck, search it back out. If you played Ghost, you think that Ash and Energy Recycler are good enough to be run once Rod rotates out? I don't know. I don't think about rotation. I think about and play the current standard format. I'll play with and figure stuff out in the next format when I play the next format. I guess I could Iono them and then they could whiff boss on this Kingambit and then I would go maximum Belt KO this guy. Iconic. Or use Tatsu and hit boss for game. Yeah, I mean we'll try and win. I'm not gonna not try and win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So there's 1 energy in the deck. So when do you think the last time you bought a booster box was, other than Evolution Series? I mean for the giveaways. When I do like whenever a new set release, I usually give away a booster box. So for those. Fuck, area 0. Just go wide 1 time. About 1 Lieutenant Surge's bargain. Holy slow play. They are taking literally, I didn't even realize they're down to 3 minutes. Like, oh, they are down to 3 minutes. My best top deck is like Buddy Poffin or Town Store. So I can like use Metang and then potentially shuffle the deck if the boss is on the bottom or goes to the bottom. Holy shit, brother. Lock in. Well, they are down 2 boss. I don't know how many bosses this deck usually plays, but they might be out of Gust actually. I think it's correct to just check first just so I know where I'm at and then I can like reassess from there. I could have talked like Poffin or that as well. Fudge. Uh-oh. If they have boss, they just win, right? Do they ever deck out though? Like what if I just retreat to Psyduck and Pat? Because if I Iono them, they can't play boss next turn unless they have Super Rod. But they're down Max Rod and double Night Stretcher. So I think the correct play... Well, I'll track customers. Actually, I could hit boss. I have a 33% chance. I whiffed. You not KO with Max Belt? No, it's based on their prize cards. If I get Super Rod, I did not. If I got Super Rod Buddy Poffin, I could actually play for... I don't even know if that's possible, to be honest. Yeah, I could have got Super Rod Buddy Poffin and then Buddy Poffin for Pawniard. I could have got Pawniard, Kingambit, and then I could have gone Candy. Actually, I don't even know if I have the supporters left in the deck to pull that off, to be honest. They could have a third Vitality Force here to bump this. So if they play Iono next turn. If they play Iono next turn, I would want the maximum belt in the deck, right? If they go Iono knockout, I want maximum belt in the deck. Yeah. And I want to hold the Buddy Poffin so that way I can use Metang and then potentially shuffle the deck if the boss goes to the bottom again. Hazel, why you didn't use Pokegear 3.0 that you can find the boss's orders? I don't have a... There's no Pokegear in this deck. Also, the more I let them play the game, the higher chance that they just literally time out because they literally have 2 minutes left. Holy smokes. Okay. Oh, but now what if they don't KO? Huh. They could just pass, and now my duck is stuck. Well, I could Metang into the energy, I guess. Maybe I should have attached to duck preemptively, actually. I probably should have. Oh, they're dumping. Okay, we're chilling. All right. Kingambit, full damage. But I'm not trolling, right? 380? 380 smackaroos. Kingambit's full potential. 1-hit KO on the Mega Venusaur. Play a one of? Yeah, we could play a one of, I guess. That'd be fine. All right, Duck. It's your time, buddy. Dude, they're gonna have an insane setup here, though, with all those mulligans. What about Ghost in this deck? Nope. What about no ghosts? Have you thought about that? Why are they running away? What the fuck? Get the fuck back here. Are they scared? I guess they're scared of a turn 1 attack on my part? Sure. But they saw Metal Energy. What could I even attack with turn 1 that they'd be afraid of? I don't know. I don't think they saw a single Pokemon. Oh, they saw a Bisharp thing. Alright, so I'm gonna play this for Beldum at the very least. Let me see what this gives us. Alright, we're definitely playing the Lillie. Fine. It's a little slow though, right? Yeah, it's slow. Oh, no Team Evo kind of sucks. You think your metal box was Zacian? I guess. This is actually like really, really bad. Our turn is like really, really slow. We'll see what we top deck. I might have to TM Evo next turn, to be honest, which is like not good, but I need like top deck a way to get a Pawniard, and then I have to like super rod for a single Pawniard, which is like super cringe, and then I have to like get it back into play. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Arm for Candy and swing. That's not good enough. My hand is literally just like dead if I do that. Like my follow up is just so underdeveloped at that point. Like I have no follow up. Probably seeing a Pawniard here is like really, really bad. Maybe retreating to the Pawniard is bad though. Maybe nah. Losing the Tatsu with its Air Balloon is also really bad. Everything is just bad about this situation. Everything is just bad about this situation. Oh, I mean that's good. What? How did he not attack? What are we doing? There's no way they didn't attack there. What the heck? All right, let's see how it goes from here. I mean, they could still have like some big like Klefki Duststorm. I mean, they have a 10-card hand, so. If they attacked you, you had KO Lone Pidgey. I mean, they would probably have Candy Pidgeot if they attacked me on that last turn. Also, that still would be a terrible play. I need more than that to be able to like chain attackers for the rest of the game, or we're just gonna lose. They locked themselves out of Terra this turn. I mean, that's fine. They developed a Odo that, so they Pidgeot next turn for sure. So they'll have Charizard next turn as well. They also have a 10-card hand, so they should be able to get pulled out together. I think most of the time we probably do want double Metang in play, just so we can aggressively cycle all the energy out of the deck, but... I junked that as Terrapagos. Yeah, I have Charizard this turn, though. It doesn't matter. I don't think I counter catch her. I think I just have to, like, punch. I don't know. Oh, brother. Oh, they don't have the combo this turn, right? No. I would counter catch a KO Pidgeot if I could, but we can't KO that. I think we're just punching Charizard this turn. Or are they just not attacking again? I don't know why they're so against attacking, to be honest. Like, I feel like Fandom KO my active. Just get a getting a prize card. Their deck getting prize cards is so good. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't attack here, but it seems like they might be content with not attacking again. Pacifist Zard? I guess, yeah. Okay, no, they are gonna attack. I was getting confused there for a second though. I was like, what is... This doesn't seem very good. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to counter catcher here. Can Bisharp KO? No. Counter catcher Klefki KO? No. No, because they just go Night Treacher. I think the value of me having counter catcher for later in the game is just higher value. Oh, now they can go. Okay, this was a good draw. Now I'll maybe counter catcher. Actually, dude, this town store is crazy. Oh my gosh, that's brutal, right? Okay, now I might go... I can evolve this, right? I'm definitely interested in maybe going after the Dusclops. Or what if I just pressure their Charizard, actually? I might just go after the Charizard here, because I also want to like keeping my Lilies around to draw 8. Yeah, let's just go like this. Let's see what happens. Go after Klefki? No. The thing is, like, if I go after Klefki or if I go after Dusclops, like, it's not pressuring the resources very hard. It's just, yeah, we're just not going after the resources very hard if we do that. That's the problem with like either of those plays. Oh, I guess my Lillie isn't going to draw me 8 though, right? Because they're going to pop Dusclops this turn or something. Also, if I KO anything else that's not the Klefki, they get to just like push Klefki and retreat it with a fire or something instead. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, this pushes the most amount of resources. Hitting this, if they like, this is only scary if they have Dusknoir. So if they prize Dusknoir, I don't really care as much. Luxcape? No, no Luxcape. Actually, a boss KO Pidgeot with max belt? I mean, that's not gonna happen. I don't think. No, it's probably not gonna happen. Double Nord would be pretty bad here. I mean, single Nord's pretty bad here because I can Nord my Metang and then KO my active, and then I literally can't attack next turn. So yeah, we're kind of, I mean, we're not in a good spot, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely in a with the energy off Metang, but I shouldn't have Metanged. I should have Metanged after I played the Lillie. So I misplayed that. Okay. Yeah, boss KOs are okay. I don't even know what I'm doing. We're gonna do this. Retreat to Pawniard, right? Well, I guess I want to feed them another Fanrodom prize card. Like, what does that even do for me to do this? Well, then I could go like Iono knockout next turn, maybe. I don't know. I feel like we don't have any good plays here. Playing this game makes me wish I had played more than one counter catcher, though, for sure. I don't think I'd cut the boss for another counter catcher, but I wish I had another counter catcher in this deck for sure. We might add that into the deck. Or a Golduck. Golduck would be pretty sick. Good job, quick search boss. I mean that. Oh, boss my duck, but they're running out of Gust Effect. I'm okay if they do that. If they like use a boss here. I guess Gust Effects aren't as important for this matchup for them though, right? Yeah, maybe that's not gonna make a difference. Maybe that's not gonna make a difference. Yo, appreciate the 101 months there, gamer. Azul, you're going to UIC. Command of the title will tell you which major tournaments I currently plan to attend. Will they grab off that? A ghost. I also haven't evolved this to Dusknoir yet. So it makes me think Dusknoir is prized, to be honest. Well, I didn't pay attention to the early dawn, so I don't know if the early dawns grabbed a Dusknoir or not. Okay. I mean, now I have to do something. I mean, boss KO Charizard something, right? I'm kind of down for the boss KO Charizard. How many Poké Pads am I down? Okay, so I do this first. Well, I don't want all this. I just want one. Blood is better than Tatsu selling again. Yeah, I know. What the heck? I think it's just Iono Punch. Have Iono then attracted? No, that doesn't help me find boss. I want boss this turn. I attack with this one. Doesn't really matter which one I attack with, so I think it's better to split the damage. All right, whatever, swing. We have to do something. Pricing a little guy also sucked here. If we didn't, yeah, pricing a Bisharp here sucks. That does not help us. Oh, was my other? Well, no, I don't really want to bench. I don't really want to bench a Beldum because if I got Super Rod Poffin, I could have got another guy on the bench. All right. I mean, it's not completely over. It depends on what they drew here, to be honest. Also, it depends where the Dusknoir is. It feels like the Dusknoir is prized. Maybe it's not, and they just didn't want to put it in play, but if they get a Mander down this turn, just kind of wraps. Not really. If they go Mander attack Wizard, I can go Iono knockout and just be fine, to be honest. I still need a fine Super Rod, though. I need the Super Rod. Okay. They could just win this turn, though, I guess, right? Yeah. Could be over this turn. Just tuning back in, could this be a Grand Tree style deck? I actually don't hate the idea of Grand Tree, to be honest. But yeah, I actually don't hate the idea of a Grand Tree. I think it's the maximum belt's probably too high value. I mean, maybe we somehow win this one. It is possible. They're cooking over there. Trying to come up with something. My opponent's still cooking over there. I mean, they just retreated to Charizard. I guess they could win with just Dusknoir next turn, though, right? Yeah, they could just double Dusknoir to win. That's so lame. We got Iono, though. We got Iono, so. I probably want to put one energy on my Metang here. Actually, do I just grab two? Yeah, maybe I should make everything a pivot, to be honest. Burn this. Grab this guy at this point, sure. Oh, I guess this thing can't move right now. Sorry, we'll find an energy for it. Iono. Super Rod Poffin would be nice just to get it. I mean, the little guy. No, because they could Fan Rotom KO this. I didn't get it. Fan Rotom KO this is such a scam. Man, pricing a Pawniard is really bad. I mean, let's just see what they can pull off. They can pretty easily win the game this turn, to be honest. They don't. Yeah, they have like a couple outs, a couple different outs. Okay, with Metang. No, it only does 60 damage. I need to, if I top deck Super Rod here, if my opponent doesn't win and I top deck Super Rod, oh shoot, they shut off their own Fez? Oh, they're trolling. Maybe that's my win con here. Top deck Super Rod. Top deck Super Rod, boss KO Pidgeot or something like that. I need that Super Rod though. I need an attacker. All right, how much damage does this guy do? Do I ever play one of these? The Metagross just has to have another attacker in the deck. How much damage does Metagross do? I'm kind of coming around on the Metagross a little bit. 200. 250 with Maxwell and Bell. 230 with Brave Bangle. KO's Fez. Maybe we put it in there. Are you planning on testing Joltik box with the new tool? At some point, maybe. I don't make plans in general. I think I'm all as a closer trust. I've never been wrong. That's actually not terrible, to be honest. Well, no, that is not that good. That is pretty mid. I take it back. Okay, they can quick search. No, they can Fez and then they can retreat. They need the Fez to draw them the good cards, though. Dude, let me top deck Super Odd one time. Sacrifice Duskull. Super Odd top deck. Yeah, top deck Super Odd saves me here. I have to boss this turn, right? I can't not boss. It has to be boss KO Pidgeot, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna come down to this. No, I'm out of Gust. I needed to get a Pawniard. Bisharps, dude. The Pawniard is my last prize card. This little rat. Gosh, fuck this guy. They're down 5 fire. All right, so they need Candy, Zard. Okay, they have all of their rare candies left. They probably have a rare candy in hand. But they need to find the Super Rod. That's the hard thing for them to find, is the Super Rod. Almost guaranteed. And they also need to find a Charizard. They have one Charizard gone, and their Ultra Ball's gone. So they need the raw Charizard and the raw Super Rod. They need 2 one-ofs. Wait, we actually maybe got the dub here. We actually maybe pulled this out. Dude, another opponent? I've had 3 opponents get timed out to the yellow today. What is going on?